Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a review on the Dog Soldiers werewolf figure made by Sota Toys. Dog Soldiers is my favorite werewolf movie of all time. It's also my favorite horror movie of all time. It's a special one for me, so I was very, very pleased when my good buddy Nick recently went around to his place, and he's moving back to a kind of more these kind of areas in the coming weeks, and we were checking out his loft from where he was originally, and it's been a long time since he went up there. And this Dog Soldier's werewolf was kind of just lying on its side, and the leg had broken. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh wow, the grey variant, because the grey version with the blood is meant to be the rarer one out of the two. That's the regular brown version. But anyway, Nick said to me, you're a much bigger werewolf fan than me, and you should probably have this. So I was like, oh man, really? And I was super happy, so thanks so much, Nick. I have fixed the leg now, and I've also glued him down to the base. You can remove his feet from the feet pegs that are in the base here, and you can remove this backdrop as well. It's a beautiful figure, man. I wish that Sota Toys had have kept going. I know obviously it wasn't their fault. They surely wanted to keep going, but I guess, I don't know, competition from other companies. I don't know what happened really, but Sota Toys are no more. And they made some great stuff, man. They really did. They did these werewolves. They did they did that quarter scale pumpkin head that's up there, that beast. They made that, and they made a whole bunch of other stuff too. It really is a shame that Sota Toys are no more, because there was probably some amazing things coming down the pipeline that just never came to be. And I think maybe they would have made this in quarter scale. Oh man, can you imagine that? Because this is so cool. It's one of my favorite werewolf designs ever. It's so scary, and yeah, just an amazing film. Neil Marshall's first movie, the guy who made The Descent, that's the one he's known for, but he also made the best werewolf movie in my opinion. I mean, he's a big fan of werewolves, like you can see him say in the special features of the film. And he loved the Howling. He loved the werewolves from the Howling, and he kind of was inspired by that a little bit, and obviously that comes through, but not too much. It's kind of basically just a raged out humanoid biped form, but with literally the head of a wolf. It really is the stuff of nightmares. And in the movie, these things are hurtling towards the soldiers in between the trees and just running at them, and it's just a great film, man. Very low budget, but you wouldn't really know it. I mean, it's in the trailer, there's quotes from reviewers and stuff saying it's like Predator meets Aliens, and it's true, man. It does have that kind of feel to it. I won't ruin the film for you if you haven't seen it, but you really have got to watch this if you're a fan of horror movies. If you're a fan of werewolf movies and you haven't seen this, you need to rectify that soon. A bunch of British soldiers are meant to be training against American soldiers in the Scottish Highlands, and something becomes pretty clear quite early on, and I won't ruin anything else for you, but it's basically, yeah, you have to survive the night. It's it's awesome. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. So thanks again to Nick for giving this figure to me, and let me fix him up and stuff. I'm really, really, really pleased to have this back in the collection, because I did own it before, and it's very top heavy, and that's why I glued everything, really, just to stop him from being top heavy and kind of leaning forward slowly over time, and eventually the joints on the legs here would snap. And that happened to me twice in a row, because I had the brown version before as well. So he's still sealed up here. This is the second one that I got. Obviously I had the other one and he was out of the packaging, but he eventually leaned forward and broke as well. So I'm debating taking this one out, because I'm never going to sell this. Like I said, it's my favorite werewolf movie, my favorite horror movie. I'm not going to sell it, so why keep it packaged up? I just kind of liked having one, because they're getting quite, not rare, but you don't see them so much on eBay anymore, and when you do, they're quite pricey. One guy on eBay that I just saw recently had a whole box of 50 of these ones, unopened, just a big wholesale box full of gray variants, and he wanted like $600 for it, and I'm pretty sure you could make a huge profit on that. But yeah, man, it's just a great sculpt. Sota Toys really were knocking it out of the park, man. Like I said, it's a damn shame what happened, because I was a big fan of them. But anyway, let's get stuck into this review. Or if you haven't seen Dog Soldiers, pause the review, watch Dog Soldiers, and then come back and watch this, because I guarantee you'll enjoy it a lot more. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the Sota Toys packaging here. You can get a look at some of the other things that they were about to release. Some of these did see the light of day. Maybe this was released. I have never really seen a video on this on YouTube. That is a box set for The Thing. That looked really cool. There's the, I forget her name now, but that was a character from the film Legend. Tom Cruise and all that. Jennifer Connelly, Tim Curry. And yeah, here is the blood variant version here. It says it's a Tower Records exclusive. And here is the brown one, which is actually in this packaging. There's the huge pumpkin head figure, which Mark and Irene sent along. There it is. Absolutely awesome piece. And yeah, here's some other licenses that they were going to do. I do have the Jeepers Creepers 2 figure. I haven't seen the Leprechaun one. And I haven't seen, and I don't know if this actually saw the light of day, the Tremors, because I love Tremors, man. I love that movie. I could just watch that again and again and again. But yeah, it's a shame what happened, because they were going to bust out some amazing stuff, and who knows what they would have brought out in the years to come. But it's called the Now Playing Presents series. Or is it? What else? What was it called? Yeah, Now Playing Presents Series 3. 7-inch scale articulated action figures with display bases. Yeah, man, I mean, they just did great stuff. And I can only imagine what something like this would be like in quarter scale, like 18, 19 inches tall. Would have been something very impressive to look at. Alright. One of the few movies that I've reviewed on the channel is Dog Soldiers, and that review done pretty well. I don't know what it's doing, I haven't really checked, but last time I looked it was on like 1,000, maybe 2,000 views. So it's worth checking out, man. If you like the film Dog Soldiers, then I have reviewed the movie on the channel, and I put lots of pictures in the video. Just it's me talking over the top of lots of photos from the movie and other stuff, just visual stuff that you can look at while I'm talking, doing the review. So it's, you know, kind of entertaining for folks out there who enjoy the movie. Oh, wolf butt. So yeah, you can just search D-Night333 Dog Soldiers movie review, and it'll come up pretty quick. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I was so excited to watch this movie. I've waited ages for it to finally come out to rent. It did take quite a while to come out, especially took a long time to come out to buy. I remember I rented it, and then ages later the DVD finally came out to buy. But it was worth it. Some great special features on this release. And I haven't watched this version yet because I don't have an American Blu-ray player, and that is the American version, but that's got some great stuff. Go ahead. Whoa, domino effect. But yeah, great artwork. Really good. Just zoom in. You can appreciate that. Yeah, really, really good artwork. I think we can see who did it here. Can I see that? Nathan Thomas. 2013, I think that says. But yeah, really cool artwork for this special edition. Love the werewolf designs for this film, man. Really creepy. There's some spine action for you. And there's a shot. Well, I mean, I don't need to sell this film to you guys. I mean, just these 3 images here. I mean, if you're into werewolves, who wouldn't want to watch this when you see that? You know? This looks absolutely awesome. Let you pause that and have a read if you want. And special features. Pause that and have a read if you wish. Scream Factory. That's the one. get a look at the detail, the sculpt, and the blood work around the mouth. This is all the stock paint. I've not done anything to this. But I like how the fangs are, well, they're not as sharp as I'd like them to be for something this scale. They did alright. I mean, the 1/6 scale Cool Models werewolf that I have, his fangs, obviously it's 1/6 scale figure, so they're bigger, but they're quite stumpy looking. They look very blunt. Whereas these ones, they're not exactly sharp looking, but they look good enough for me. The eyes on these, they do kind of vary in quality as far as the paintwork on the actual eye themselves. But this one's not too bad. Great sculpt on his claws. And you can turn the wrist. And he's got his nails. And all the mane here is nicely painted and sculpted. Again, you got the 3 separate parts here. So you've, well, 2 separate parts. You've got the head, this separate mane section that can move, and then the sculpt all sort of carries on here. But a very frightening looking beast. Something like this, tearing ass through the woods after you. Remember, this thing's about 6'5", maybe ranging up to 7 foot tall. Just truly terrifying and hard to put down in the movie. Definitely, they don't go down easy. Just relentless, and they're evil. The werewolves in Dog Soldiers are like the werewolves in The Howling, where the person that becomes the werewolf is still kind of in there, you know, controlling things. It's not like they, you know, in American Werewolf in London, when he transformed into the beast, he disappears, he blacks out, and then the next day he wakes up wherever he wakes up and doesn't know what he did that night until he hears about it on the news. But the werewolves in this movie, they are, you know, the people are still in there. They're still controlling what happens, and they're toying with the victims and torturing them. And it's really dark and twisted, man. There's one bit in particular, I won't ruin it for you if you ain't seen it, but you think he's dead, but nope, they were just... Nah, I ain't gonna say. But yeah, man, it's good. It's good. Here is the second head sculpt with the closed mouth, teeth showing, blood spray all over the face, as if he's literally just swiped across with his claw, opened someone up, and the blood has just sprayed onto his face. And it is a very creepy looking head sculpt. I do prefer the open mouth one. It's just vicious and just totally gnarly and very satisfying for me, although they are both fantastic. I mean, you can see there what that would look like with the this head on. I'm not going to pull this head off because of all the glue work I've done to get this guy to you know, to not lean forward, not break over time. And I'm just worried that if I do try pulling off the head, there'll be a jolt and then something will come unglued, because it really was a pain in the butt gluing this guy together to get him to just be permanently like this. You know, so I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to take off that head, but that's the one I prefer anyway. I mean, look at that thing, man. That is vicious. I just changed the position of the arms, just lowered that left arm down, and just show you how that looks. Very intimidating, very strong, very fierce. I mean, absolutely amazing, man. When you see it from this angle, this is an old figure now, so I'm still really impressed. It's like the McFarlane figures, they still hold up really well. Great sculpts, great paint, a lot of passion put into these, a lot of care, a lot of detail is all present here, all from the movie, and just awesome. Like I said, I wish we could have got one of these in quarter scale. That would have been amazing on the shelf. Absolutely amazing. It's just an absolutely awesome looking figure, man. Truly love this. Check out the review spot. That's a channel I like a lot. He's reviewed these figures some time ago, but it's not too long ago. The camera that he was using was really good. And yeah, check out the review spot's review of these also, because he done a great job on those. It's a figure that I like so much. I mean, even though I've got it, I don't need to watch other people's reviews, but if I ever see anyone review this figure, I always enjoy watching that, look forward to watching it, because if you're passionate about something, you enjoy seeing other people enjoy it too. So yeah, I love it. I just keep wanting to turn it, man. Every angle looks sick, even facing away from us. It's wolf butt, but yeah, it's just It's just amazing. Very painful for the guys who had to wear the suits in the film, though, because it actually is like this. So the actor inside, his foot would sort of come down here. That's where his foot would be, on these kind of stilts, and your leg is permanently bent in this kind of position, and they had to just wait around on set for hours and hours while they set up the scene so they can start filming. And yeah, man, worth it in the end, but they must have been in a lot of pain in the ankle department. But yeah, it's so cool that it's all practical and suits and animatronics rather than CGI, because it could have been, because around 2000, 2001, I forget the exact year, but it was right around then, there was a fair bit of CGI going on in horror, and Neil Marshall, I guess he didn't have the budget to do it anyway. He had to go old school, and worked out for the best. Do a few height comparisons for you. Let's get his feet in line with the werewolf. That's the NECA Ultimate Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure. This is 7-inch scale, as it says on the packaging. And the NECA figures are 7-inch scale for the most part, especially these Ultimate versions. So that's the Dick Warlock Michael Myers from Halloween 2. I think it's the shortest Michael Myers on film. So take that into account, or bear that in mind. Here is the Ultimate NECA Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 Freddy. That's him beside the Dog Soldier's werewolf. Again, both 7-inch scale, but accurately. I mean, these werewolves are huge, man. They take care of business. And then we got Laurie Strode from Halloween 2018 in the house, standing beside the Dog Soldier's werewolf. And he towers over her and would make short work of Mrs. Strode, and her little BB gun there would not do anything against this beast. No, he would be lunch. And then finally, we've got the, I forget now, is it the PSC or PS? I think it's something like that. It's on my channel. If you type into YouTube Dean Night Free Werewolf Howling, this will come up and you can find out exactly what it is. The name escapes me right now. But yeah, that is the Howling Werewolf statue next to the Dog Soldiers one, in case you were curious. Maybe you have this and you're wondering how this would look side by side. That's how it would look. Something like that. It's pretty cool. It's two of the best werewolf designs ever. Probably the Howling still takes it for the #1 spot. It's just something about those werewolves in that movie. They really are scary. And so are these ones as well, but you know, this was influenced by that. So there you go. That howling werewolf is creepy. Let's see what that would look like if the Dog Soldier's head was on there instead. That's pretty creepy looking, actually. It's not the same scale, obviously, but you can kind of get the idea what that might look like. But yeah, they also made a big version of this, a quarter scale statue. Absolutely incredible. It's just a shrunk down version. Very glad to have that. Slasher Junkie, Mr. Slasher Junkie, I believe that was the chap who helped me get this in the USA. So make sure you subscribe to Slasher Junkie on YouTube. Very good dude. Helped me get hold of one of my most prized possessions here. Slasher Junkie, folks. Alright guys, well I'm going to wrap up the review. As you can see, I didn't take him out of the packaging, and I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to rush into that and regret it. I'm going to think about that one. Like I said, I'd never sell this. I love the movie too much. Glad to have it, but it does feel kind of nice to have one of these sealed up and nice and just pristine and safe. If I do bust him out, then I might as well just review the brown version later on if that happens. But for now, just can't recommend these enough. Can't recommend the film enough. And if you do watch it, get back to me some way. Just leave me a comment under this video. Let me know what you thought of it. Always good to hear from you. Drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at DNight333. And if you want to join up on Patreon for $1 a month, doing the channel full time, so any help is appreciated. If you join on Patreon, I'll stick your name at the end of every video, just like the credits of a movie. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye bye.